happening on the screen here. It's essentially an old school and they've turned it into this epic food courtyard. It looks beautiful, very busy and bustling, and we are dining tonight at a place called Coriander Leaf Restaurant. So let's go and have a little look. Okay, so next stop is a place called Analog. It's a plant-based bar in the Chime Centre. We're going to sit in this really lovely outside area. It's all super sustainable here. The tables are actually made from this kind of mushroom material. Apparently they are edible. And this bar here is made completely from recycled ocean plastic. Next stop for the day, Aramsa. This is the garden spa. I think we have got an hour-long treatment here, which I'm so looking forward to. Treatment room is in the middle of a garden. So beautiful. Ooh, thank you very much. Okay, my darlings, hair is scraped back because it is full of oil, but I'm definitely not complaining because that was such a heavenly experience. It's a really kind of authentic spa experience in these beautiful gardens, and I'm now popped on this lovely little red dress and we are heading somewhere very, very special for lunch. This place behind me is called Chan, and I'm not gonna lie, if we were here, just Charlie and I might have just walked straight past this, not even given it a second glance. But this is not just any random street food restaurant. This here is a Michelin star restaurant. It is the cheapest Michelin star dish you can get in the entire world, and it was actually started in one of the hawker centres, which is like a big, super clean but super busy street food market that you'll find in countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Borneo. That is where this place actually started, and then a businessman came along and offered £1 million for the actual slot where this used to be in the hawker centre, which is across the road. So now they are here. I think we're going to get some chicken, some duck, some noodles, and I'm very excited to give it a try, so let's go and check it out. So here we go. On Em's recommendation, we have got the soya sauce chicken rice, which apparently people queued for hours in London when it came to our capital. We got seasonal veg, and I have got chicken soya with noodles. Presentation wouldn't get a Michelin star these days.
Oh no, this is quite pretty.
Not bad, not bad. But let's give it a try. So after our Michelin lunch, we've come to a place called, actually I have no idea what this place is called, OT? It's in the Chinatown Mall, and we are getting a famous bubble tea. So there are a million different flavours, different combinations.
I don't know what the jellies are, to be honest. I'm gonna get the coffee. Honestly, it was a work of art. It's really so awesome.
Okay, so I found out that the place is called Koi, and I have gone for a cacao berry, hazelnut and coffee jelly. I have to say, it is absolutely delicious. I've never had bubble tea before, but this is scrumptious. Look how cute this heart structure is. And this fabulous, very green hotel, my goodness. Fun fact that I learned from David Attenborough's book, in Singapore, if a building is built on some green land, they have to add that amount of green to the building. It's a very sustainable city. Stop to admire the incredible architecture of the Pickering Hotel. I don't know if you can see these little pods up here, which is actually the swimming pool area. Can't even imagine how amazing it must be up there, these little pods for you to snooze in. Well, good afternoon, my darlings. I had a little 20-minute power nap and now changed into this fabulous dress, which I got from Net-a-Porter a few months ago, and didn't know where to wear it, but apparently this evening at the Grand Prix is a fairly smart affair, so I thought I would pop it on, and I've got all my essentials in my Valentino bag. I did attempt hair curling, however it's so hot and humid I've got no idea if it's going to hold, so we shall see. But anyway, darlings, we have got to get a ferry Actually, I don't know where the ferry's going to go, but we're getting a ferry somewhere, and then we are watching the practice race for Le Grand Prix. Let's go. Made it out to the Marina Bay. Behind me is the infamous Marina Bay Sands Hotel with the ginormous swimming pool on the top there. The start of the race is actually just over the bay there, but we have got a scenic entrance. We're getting a ferry from that direction, having a little scenic cruise before the start of the Friday warm-up race. So we have got the most incredible table. We are in the Singapore suite and our view is straight onto the racetrack. Oh my goodness. How spectacular is this? The first lap of the race. This is literally where this is where they're going to begin. Oh my gosh. This is incredible.
It takes to program so many drones to be perfectly in sync with one another. How long does it take?
Well, I am feeling exceptionally lucky right now. So we are having our dinner and spending the evening in Singapore Suite, which is an invitation from the Singapore Tourist Board. No idea if you can hear me right now. It is probably about 32 degrees and very humid right now, which you can probably tell from my hair, but look at this insane. This is quite sensational. So you can see the red lights just here. That is where the race will begin. Today is just a practice race so the drivers can get to know the track. Tomorrow is qualifying and then we'll be back here on Sunday for the main race. The Singapore Grand Prix is quite an unusual one because obviously it is in the middle of a city and it takes place at night time, so the time zone is perfect for anyone watching in Europe. I've been to the Monaco Grand Prix before and of course Silverstone, but this is an incredible experience. I feel so lucky to be here. Oh my goodness. Our tickets give us access to this incredible roof terrace. It's absolutely ginormous, right by the starting line and the first two corners, and there are loads of these incredible little food stall pop-ups. You can get so many different dishes, you can get ice creams, you can get cocktails. Just feel very grateful to be here. How amazing. Well, we were making our way back from the Formula One and we tripped and fell into this epic shopping centre. My goodness, it is absolutely ginormous, and wanted to check out Bath & Body Works. Whenever I come in here, I always feel like it's a huge rip-off, but let's go and see what autumnal fragrances they've got in here. What have you found, darling?
I just absolutely love like dark scents. I think this with rich amber scents sounds amazing. I swear
that does sound lovely.
In here, though.
Don't you just think it looks very cheap though?
Yeah, I think the packaging is completely different. In here.
I don't know. I think these are the ones that Freddie's obsessed with.
What's the hype about?
I don't know. I always think it looks very.
Do they have testers?
There must be, because they've got little. My gosh, everything here is just absolutely insanely beautiful. This Louis Vuitton store is like an art gallery. Look at these beautiful designs. I've not seen this anywhere.
Oh, she's gonna buy it. First one to have her hands on it.
But look at
No, I
this.
prefer that one.
Isn't that adorable?
Look at the little mini that comes with it.
Oh my
You buy
god.
one and you get one
That
free.
is so
That's
cute.
even cuter than the bag itself.
Oh my gosh. Just spotted this little Dior doggy bag Can you imagine Dexy? Actually, it's quite Dicky colours, isn't it? I think Dicky would suit this one. Something that I'm noticing about Singapore is that they just have taken the best parts of loads of different countries and put it all in one place. Here we have Angelina Cafe, most famous for their Parisian cafe, which I always felt was a little bit overrated, but gosh, I feel like I'm being very negative. Angelina, Bath and Body Works, but
No, I think it's overrated.
it is overrated, isn't
I
it?
think it's the best. I
No.
think the rest was better.
Yes. This is literally the most insane shopping centre I've ever seen. There are boats and you can get little canal journeys through the shopping centre. I have never seen so many brands under one roof. I think this has to be the best shopping centre I have ever seen. Wow! Hello! Oh, look at these boots!
Stunning, stunning.
Oh my gosh. These. Wow, hi! Wow, they're beautiful. Good little outfit of the day, Mira. Well, this truly is the perfect end to a magical day. We ran as soon as I saw that there was a Shake Shack in the Marina Bay Gardens. We ran here because we knew we were going to be cutting it so fine until it shut. The doors were actually locked, but we begged and managed to get cheese fries. They served us, which was so kind. So we've got the cheese fries, and it is the most amazing location. We're going to go and have a little walk through the Gardens by the Bay.
This is Shake Shack. You can't just casually have a Shake Shack while you're sat at the Gardens by the Bay.
Cheese fries with a view of the iconic Gardens by the Bay. These are solar panels at the top, and all the individual branches are little carbon dioxide absorbers, helping to clean the air in the city. There's helicopters flying overhead, getting TV footage for the Grand Prix. Good morning, my darlings. It is our second morning here in Singapore. I'm just starting today's vlog down in the lobby, just waiting for Em, and then we are going to head somewhere called Merci Marcel for breakfast. I keep waking up here very, very puffy in the face, puffy in the hair. I attempted, as you can tell, I attempted heatless curls last night, and I think the humidity here is just like, no, Josie, don't bother doing anything with your hair because it's just not going to last. So you know what? I'm just not going to stress about it. We're just not going to have fabulous hair on this trip, but never mind. I would rather be in a beautiful location with crazy hair than a boring location with fabulous hair. Last night was great fun, and today we're doing a few more kind of touristy things. I am so looking forward to going to the Gardens by the Bay. I was watching loads of YouTube videos about it last night, and I think it's going to be really incredible. Obviously we did get a little sneak peek of a small section of it last night when I went to get my Shake Shack. But first thing this morning after our lovely breakfast, we are going on a cycle ride, which I'm very much looking forward to, hence my very practical outfit. So I have popped on these little Zimmermann shorts. They've got really lovely detail, like little button detail down here. Crossbody bag with all my essentials, and then I'm going to leave this in the car. I'll get changed for the next parts of the day, and trainers because I stupidly wore my Chloe sandals on the hike yesterday, which was just the silliest thing I've done all trip. So sensible footwear from now on. We're going for the crazy hair, don't care, because we've got a fun itinerary today. No.
What do you use it? So good.
Nothing. I didn't put anything on it.
It looks so healthy.
Anyway, let's go and get coffee. Well, I already know that we found an amazing place for breakfast because they have got a La Marzocco coffee machine. I feel like La Marzocco should almost do like an app where you can just find the cafes with La Marzocco coffee, just so that we can just have breakfast at places that have La Marzocco. But look at the interiors here, it's really beautiful, and I love this floor. Excuse my trainers, but it's so gorgeous. And breakfast has arrived. I've gone for a French toast brioche. Oh my gosh, this looks scrumptious. Coffee is divine, as I knew it would be, La Marzocco. And Em has got the most colourful, lovely
How cute is
acai
that
bowl.
dragon fruit?
Wow, it's so vivid.
And these are like caramelized walnuts.
And how's your matcha?
Oh my gosh, it's very sweet.
Very
Very
sweet.
good. Kind of like a cake, but
Oh,
really good.
That sounds amazing. Okay, we have come to an area called Rain Tree Cove, and we're going to pick up some rental bikes here. go for a little bike ride back towards Marina Bay. How funny, this is like a little public barbecue area. Great idea. You can see all of the ships, the cargo ships coming in to do their day's work. I've noticed that they have got quadricycles over here. Charlie's dad would be absolutely thrilled. His favourite mode of transport. For about 45 minutes and we have made it to the super tree grove. I think that one in the middle there, can you see, is the biggest super tree with the observation deck, and there's a couple of them that you can actually walk kind of like a hanging pathway between the two. Yeah, so this is the pathway. Oh my gosh, we have to do that later. How amazing. Well, my darlings, we just completed a 12-kilometer cycle route, which was really beautiful. Oh. There's the traffic, the noise of traffic you can't escape here in Singapore. So we cycled from, it was called Rain Tree Cove, all the way round to the Marina Bay Gardens. It was so beautiful, very scenic, and my quads are feeling it, so a really nice active start to the day. We're now quite peckish, and our next stop, we're doing a little bit more kind of touristy bits today, and there is an area up here called the Intan where we're going to be learning about the traditional Singaporean traditions and way of life. But our way to get there is down Joo-Chiat, J-O-O-C-H-I-A-T road, and this road, it's quite a residential area, but it's also very well known as being a bit of a foodie road. The thing about Singapore is, you know, I would probably just walk past these kinds of places, rightly or wrongly, and not even really think that that would be my kind of place of food. But these are the places that serve the best cuisine. So we are about to eat at a place called Saffron, which is an Indian restaurant. It was mentioned in the Michelin guide. I don't think it got a star, but it was got a Michelin mention. And Joo-Chiat Road has loads of really wonderful places to eat, to drink. There are so many patisseries along this road as well. Right next door is an amazing chocolate bakery, and actually a lot of you guys recommended some places along this road, so we're gonna have some lunch, then check out the bakeries, and then carry on with our touristy activities for the afternoon. Our chicken biryani has arrived with a pastry on the lid. We're going to stab it to access the deliciousness inside. And there it is. Oh my gosh. Yum! It's your biryani. Wow. So we've come into a spot called Awfully Chocolate after our lunch. They have got chocolate fountains. They have got so many different cakes, eclairs. Wow, I was not expecting to find this here. It's absolutely freezing in here, but my goodness. Chocolate ice cream. M is in heaven. So our next stop for the day looks like a very unassuming traditional house, but we're actually going in here as it is a private museum to learn all about the Peranakan culture, and also we're going to get to see some traditional Malaysian and Chinese antiques. To get a nice cup of coffee, and a lot of you guys recommended Common Man coffee roasters, and there just happened to be one on Joo-Chiat Road, so I'm going to get an oat milk latte. Don't know if you can tell, but it's absolutely pouring with rain at the moment. Apparently we do get about an hour of torrential rain every day, but I wanted to show you the Singapore answer to Rainbow Row. They are so beautiful. Look at the detail on these traditional houses. The houses used to be taxed for every window and door that they had, so a lot of the homes are very long and narrow. This is a doggy shop, and the name is Retail Therapy. Oh, this is so fantastic. Oh, are there any doggies in here? We've also heard great things about this patisserie called Tiger Lily, so we're going to go in and grab some little cake. Oh, that sounds amazing. This road really is full of so many foodie places. I've got my bits from Tiger Lily, and now we're going to pop into another lovely bakery called Olsen Bakehouse. On saving this until we got back later, but I was told that I have to eat it within 30 minutes. This is a pear and guava little cake. It looks so lovely. I'm gonna have to dig in and enjoy on our journey to the next stop. Our next stop, we've just popped into a place called the Design Orchard, and they have got loads of local brands here, Singapore-based designers, and I think a few of them have done some collections just for the Formula One weekend, so we're just having a little look here. There is so much focus on sustainable materials here. We could definitely learn a lot from the designers over in Singapore. Also a local fragrance brand. This is all clean, vegan ingredients, and I've just spritzed myself with rose oud, and oh my goodness, it is heavenly. Local brands here. This is one called Catherine Hua. It's the most beautiful embroidered detail. Look at this. So stunning. This one is printed with the houses that we just saw on Joo Road. So many different styles. You can really tell how Singapore is a clash of so many different cultures. Made a purchase of a Singaporean brand fragrance, Rose Oud. It is such a gorgeous fragrance. Good evening, my darling. So it is our second evening here in Singapore, and we are heading out shortly to go to the Gardens by the Bay, which is a spot that I have been most looking forward to as part of this trip. So I have got on a lovely dress, which I've just been ironing. It's typical, you want the creases to drop out of your dress, but they don't, and you don't want your curls to drop out. I have completely filled my hair with hairspray, so we shall see if it lasts. But yes, we are heading to the Gardens by the Bay, which I think is going to be really, really beautiful. Hopefully we can go up one of the super trees for sunset. That would be an absolute dream come true. And then I think we are heading to a Formula One party tonight on Sentosa Island. I have got this dress out ready to get changed before the party, so it's going to be a really fun evening. Wow, so we have made it to the Flower Dome in the Gardens by the Bay, and it is temperature controlled apparently to always emanate springtime here, and I believe they've got sections inspired by plants all over the world. My gosh, these are so fragrant. This is the Spanish section. So many beautiful blooms. Oh my gosh. This place is absolutely ginormous. We cycled past here earlier today. This is stunning. Wow. This is the English garden area, and look, they've got some beautiful dahlias. This one is a purple and white one. This is the South African garden. I love how they've got loads of little information boards everywhere about what is most famous from the various countries. So they're talking about the olive oil production in Spain. They have got an olive tree here that's over 100 years old. Wow. That is quite spectacular, my goodness. Apparently there's a lovely restaurant inside the Flower Dome. Let's go and have a little look. Ooh la la. Gosh, what a beautiful spot. Absolutely beautiful, my goodness. They've got these wooden sculptures, a dome of sunflowers. Wow, this is so spectacular. Gosh, this whole area is so heavenly fragrant with the petunias. So beautiful. I found my favourite flowers here in the Botanical Flower Dome, the anemone. Beautiful pink anemones, a little bit taller than my ones at home. My goodness, they are so stunning. Wow, these are the biggest hydrangea heads I have ever seen. I've never seen them grow like this before. All underneath. Oh, I should have worn my butterfly dress. I would have matched this tree. Look how beautiful. Have you ever seen hydrangea heads this big? So we are now in the cloud forest. There is this iconic waterfall which is so spectacular. This is the largest indoor waterfall in the world apparently. It is possible to get some insane Instagram photos here if we had the place to ourselves. So we have made it to the top of the viewing platform on one of the super trees. Gosh, you can hear the noises of the Formula One in the background, and we have made it up here just in time for dusk. It's a little bit cloudy today, so we might not catch the sunset, but wow! This is such an amazing viewpoint, my goodness. Gosh, you can hear the Formula One qualifying going on in the background. And these buildings here are where we were a second ago. That tall one there is where the waterfall is. And then the lower down one was the flower dome. And you can see the tropical rainforest, the Garden Bay, the Bay Gardens down below. And a close-up of the super trees. Wow. Look at this walkway. Well, we definitely timed this absolutely perfectly. I would highly recommend trying to check out what time sunset is and then come up here at the right time, because then you get to see everywhere in daylight, and you can also see how magical it looks when all of the lights start to come on the super trees and on the building. And we also have the added bonus that we can see and hear the Formula One qualifying going on in the background. Such a beautiful spot. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be having our dinner when the light show goes on, but I believe at 7:45 and 8:45 they do a little light dance. But how spectacular. Good morning, my darlings, and welcome to day 3 in Singapore. This is the 3rd time I have started this good morning vlog clip because I keep seeing in the viewfinder croissant in my teeth. We have woken up bright and early, still a little bit puffy-faced and bleary-eyed from last night. We went to bed at about 1:30 after a very late but very fun evening. We had a lot of laughs last night. Not sure if I filmed too much, but it was a really fun evening. Today is the day. Today is the day of the big race. It is the Formula One race tonight. I think we're getting to the racetrack at about 8 p.m, but we've got loads of fun things planned before that. We're heading shortly to an area called Dempsey Hill, I believe it's called, where we're going to have breakfast. And then I think we're doing a few more touristy kind of hotspots. Got a ticket off the list, see some more of the local culture, see some more, I think we're seeing some temples, which is going to be really exciting. And then we have got a rooftop dinner and drinks before getting glammed up for the race later today. And then we've got a party, so it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a fun one. It is very humid today. It's very tropical, as you can see behind me, very tropical and rainforesty here. So there is a lot of wetness in the atmosphere, whether it's with the torrential downpours or the humidity, but we've got that to thank for it being so lush and green in what they call the Garden City. It's so beautiful here. So I need my first coffee of the morning to wake me up. Oh my goodness. Outfit of the day is my lovely Fil de Vie dress, which I forgot the belt for. I nearly used my dressing gown belt to cinch it in, but then I realized I had this on my Zimmermann skirt. I popped on my Aquazzura heels. In fact, I'm gonna ask Em to do a very quick outfit of the day for me. Okay, filled V dress with my Zimmermann belt stole with my skirt, Valentino bag, which has been very, very useful for this trip, and then matching little heels, which are great because they're so cushioned on the sole. I barely feel like I'm wearing heels. So that's the outfit of the day.
Beautiful, queen.
So here at Raffles is where the famous long bar is. Most famous for their Singapore sling, which we learnt a couple of days ago is pink in its colour because back when it was invented, ladies were not allowed to drink alcohol, so they added grenadine to the cocktails to give them a mocktail appearance. And that's why the Singapore sling has got its signature pink colour. I'm very much appreciating the gardens here. Everything is so lush and green, these ginormous terracotta pots, palm trees, and so many exotic tropical plants. So Singapore is made up of loads of really lovely little neighbourhoods. Last night we were on Sentosa, and now we are in an area called Dempsey, which I think is quite residential, but also just a really charming neighbourhood. And we are heading here, Como Cuisine. I had a little look on Instagram, did some research, and it looks like a lovely spot for some brunch. And we are both seriously peckish, and it's brightening up, hallelujah. So hopefully we won't have a soggy start to the race. So they have got this hanging flower installation inside here. It looks really beautiful. It's actually little hanging grasses, which is so beautiful. Do you remember the restaurant we went to in Eccleston's Yard in London for the Amazon fashion event? They had something similar with alliums and Queen Anne's lace. So lovely. Well, this is just what the doctor ordered. I have got a smashed avocado on toast, very beautifully presented, an oat milk latte, ooh, all the background noise this morning, my goodness, and a nice healthy smoothie. Em has gone for a salad, my goodness, salad and prawns.
How good is this salad?
It looks so good. Oh, no thank you, but the salad,
yeah, that's why I was like, I will have the dressing on the side. Thank you very much.
Bon appetit. So as always, you guys have had so many recommendations for us, and lots of you recommended PS Cafe. So we're gonna pop in to the Dempsey Hill version. It's been raining, so a lot of the outdoor furniture is still covered, but you're literally in the middle of a rainforest here. Wow. So this is labelled as an antique centre. Doesn't look particularly antique from the outside, but let's go and have a little look. Morning! Okay, they do have a few little antique bits. I'm not sure if they are real antiques or if they are reproduction, but it's always so interesting to see. This doesn't look too dissimilar to some of the bits that we saw in the museum yesterday. Gorgeous terracotta vase. Very interesting pieces. This would be such a lovely place to come and get your furniture. I wonder what kind of prices they are. Made in India. 1580, I think that's about £800. That's pretty affordable, I think, for this. Our first stop for the morning is Haji Lane. It is known for its street art and being a little bit more colourful and contemporary than other areas of Singapore. We are going to have a little walk down and explore. As you can see, it is very busy. You've got the contrast between the slightly older, colourful buildings and then the new Singapore with the Pan Pacific. I bet they've got some fantastic views on the rooftop there. I've heard the brunch at that hotel is really good as well. There's lots of little bakeries, lots of pubs, all kind of pubs, and eateries down here. So we've just popped into the French-American bakery. It's a very popular bakery on the road. There is normally quite a big queue outside, although we only had to wait a couple of minutes. I'm very tempted by the cinnamon buns, but oh my gosh, honey, fig and pistachio.
There's chocolate pudding, yeah.
Oh, And that lemon loaf looks insane. Another really beautiful, colourful street. I love the details on the tops of the buildings. And then down here you've got lots of cafes, ice cream shops, milkshake. Feels like a real culture clash with... Oh, hi! So this lovely spot here is where we're going to have our lunch. It is called the Coconut Cafe. No surprises as to what's on the menu. Coconut rice, chicken rice are the most famous dishes, and just down here, Birds of Paradise is where we're going to get our ice cream afterwards. Perfect plan. And how gorgeous are these shutters up on the windows here? So pretty. Not get a fresh coconut at the Coconut Club. It is so refreshing. We were just saying they taste completely different. Oh, runaway child. They were just saying they taste completely different to coconuts in the UK. It's so hydrating as well. And it almost tastes like a sweet treat. Yum.
Very good for your skin.
Skin, hair and nails.
It's actually really good. Coconut is amazing for your skin, hydrating. All the models at Fashion Week drink it. Fun fact.
Hashtag Vita-Coco.
I influenced Josie to get one. She walked over, saw me with one, and she was like, I'll take one,
I need it.
I might get a second one.
Yeah, I think me too. We have got a feast at the Coconut Club. Look at this, we've got fried chicken and rice, we've got seasonal veg, and ooh, some eggplant, crisps, yummarillo. So these chips are a slightly bitter flavour. They are an Indonesian nut. When you first try them, they're a little bit ooh, but then after you've had a few,
sorry, I don't want to drop.
They are delicious.
Rice in your wine. Just give me.
I like the sound of this botanical gelato at Birds of Paradise. The flavours here are just sensational. Of course I'm getting pistachio, but then there are so many unusual ones. We've got peach and rose sorbet, spiced pear, lychee raspberry, white chrysanthemum, Earl Grey and lemongrass, strawberry basil, oh, vanilla fig, sounds delicious. Sea salt hojicha apparently is one of their famous ones. Yum! Officially the most beautiful ice creams I think I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, and let me just show you around this corner. They are making the cones fresh right here. Oh, this is gonna be good. We are popping into PS Cafe Petites. I think we just need a little pick-me-up coffee after our lovely lunch and ice cream. Gosh, this incredible giant bouquet of lilies as you walk in. It is so fragrant. Oh my gosh. Right, I've got my coffee and Em wants to take some snaps in here. Another ice cream spot. I feel like this vlog is becoming the ice cream tour of Singapore. Let's go and check it out. We've just popped into a really lovely little shop. There are so many great books in here. 1,000 most asked gardening questions. I am learning that there are a lot of incredible bakeries in Singapore. This is another one we just popped into in this lovely little neighbourhood. They first became famous for their cupcakes, and wow, oh, they look amazing. Good evening, my darlings. So it's a few hours later. We actually had time today to go back to our hotel room, and I actually got an hour-long nap, which is great news. The nap combined with the espresso martini I'm about to have will mean that I might actually be able to stay awake and enjoy the full Formula 1, of course, and the after party. We shall see, we shall see. So we had a little time to freshen up at the hotel, and the race starts at 8 p.m. It is of course the night race, which is what makes it so iconic. So we are here now to watch the sunset at the top of the Andaz Hotel and their bar called Mr. Stork, which is very busy and bustling behind me that way. They've got these amazing kind of teepees on the roof. I'm not really too sure what goes on in the teepees, but very, very cool setting. But anyway, you don't want to look this way. Let me show you the view that way. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the sun go down and see how this city lights up. It really is quite spectacular. I think with all of these clouds we're going to have quite an amazing sunset. Had a little bit of drizzle earlier, but hopefully we won't have too much rain for the race because it can slow down at the start. And I have popped on my Zimmermann dress again that you might have seen in my Catalona video. It's got the very colourful pattern, so I'll stand out on the sidelines. Look at this roof terrace, my goodness, and it wraps around as well. Oh my gosh, it literally goes all the way around. This is incredible. Wow, oh my goodness, you can actually see, can you see here? This is a rain cloud. We could watch it coming, or hopefully we're watching it going. Wow, this is incredible. There's another amazing roof terrace up there. Not sure what hotel that is. And let's go round to the bar, where hopefully my espresso martini will have arrived. As well as espresso martini, we have got Korean fried chicken, hummus, beef sliders, sweet potato chips, truffle fries, and a cheese sandwich. And there's more.
Oh, I need to try it.
Try it, darling. Tell me how it is. Oh, this looks amazing. The sun is about to set, but we have got a massive rain cloud incoming. Oh my gosh, it is already starting to spit with rain. I can hear the Formula One doing their warm-ups. The track is just over there. Oh my gosh. What an incredible view. It's going to be quite a dramatic rainstorm. Well, we saw it coming and the rain has firmly arrived, which is a huge shame because it would have been a sensational sunset. Wow. Look at this.
It's almost magical though. It's like mystical.
It is. It's all or nothing here in Singapore.
It means that the sky's going to have a little cry and then meet clearly.
Singapore is officially the land of the future. Em and I are just running after this room service trolley. This is crazy! Everybody out the way, the robot is coming.
So you see we have different shop house, ice house, bar square, green oven. Then it will follow the instruction by this signal. So it will go all the way to bar square to deliver the food. So the staff from there will pick it up.
Wow!
Yeah.
So it doesn't go to the rooms, it just goes to the bar?
No, just because they need this signal for as a direction. Yeah.
So clever.
Oh my god.
So
This is restaurants of the future.
Amazing.
So you can try, I send it to the other shop house.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
It plays music. Is it playing ABBA?
Sorry?
Is it playing ABBA?
Yeah.
Mamma Mia?
Oh. This is the coolest thing ever.
Okay, my darlings, no idea whether you can hear me or not because it's so loud here. The race is going to start in about 7 minutes time and oh my gosh, it was like walking through Glastonbury Festival to try and get here. So muddy. Luckily I bought the slippers from our hotel room in the car so the Airman sandals are safe and dry. Let me show you our view for the race.
And then we will get this GP underway. So good that it returns to the streets of Singapore. Every driver starting on the green intermediate tyre. So we saw this tyre used out in the early part of qualifying yesterday. Blue part of the body will be required to come and change.
Well, my darlings, a sign of a very good night. The night before, I completely lost my voice, so here's a voiceover of what we did on our last day. We ate at the incredible cherry garden in the Mandarin Oriental, and it was so delicious. Could not recommend this any more highly, especially the crispy duck. Oh my gosh, my mouth is literally watering rewatching these clips. And then we headed to the beautiful botanical gardens for some much needed fresh air and to stretch our legs. The Botanic Gardens were actually Singapore's first UNESCO World Heritage Site, and I can absolutely see why. It was absolutely sensational walking around. There are so many orchids, of course, it's the perfect climate for them here. In fact, there were over 1,000 species of orchids in the Botanical Gardens. If you're an orchid fan, it is an absolute must visit, and there were even orchid plants that have been planted here by VIPs and celebrities. I spotted some by Andrea Bocelli, Kate Middleton, Princess Diana, Jill and Joe Biden, to name but a few. As you can tell, I got a little bit carried away filming so many different beautiful orchids. It truly was sensational. There was also a cool room, creating an alpine environment to show the different orchids that would grow there. Then we headed back to the Mandarin Oriental for their MO bar, which for the last few years has been voted Asia's best bar, and it really had the most incredible views. Would have been the most insane views for the Formula One. M had this really fun candy floss and a gin cocktail, which was very, very fun to pour. And then by some magic, I got my voice back. So just picked up probably my 4th or 5th bubble tea of the trip. M has very much got me addicted. Apparently this place, I think it's called Taiwan Est, is one of the most famous bubble teas in Singapore. And I love these machines. I'm pretty sure that they had these kinds of machines, but doing coffee at the Newt area at the Chelsea Flower Show. Lovely.
Chegam quando